for staying with us. Joining us on the show this morning is the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of the Standard Organizations of Nigeria, SON, Malam Farouk Salim. He will be speaking extensively on the agency's fight against substandard products in Nigeria. He'll be speaking on the challenges and the objectives of this significant regulatory agency. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you. Pleasure.
So we saw a report about you recently where you were talking about confiscating certain tires and various products from different organizations where it was either they're smuggled in or they are selling it, that they're just repackaging these things for Nigerians. Tell us the process of certification. Let's start with that. How does your organization even work and function? How do you see these things? What's your entire procedure? Let's start from that to even know how you function.
The process of certification depends on the products. Okay. If it's a manufactured product in Nigeria, we have what we call MANCAP. So our engineers and experts will go into a factory facility, inspect the facility, and certify it to be sure it's safe for both the employees and the product. And then we check the product in our lab. We have a big lab in Oba, about 48 accredited small labs in there. So we check your product to make sure it's compliant with whatever standards are. Then we give you a certificate saying your product is up to standard. For products coming into the country, we have a conformity assessment called SONCAP. Now that SONCAP is we have international accredited firms like Bureau of Veritas, Cotegna. These are companies worldwide. So what they do is they go to factories in different countries in the world. They inspect the factories, they inspect the products they are producing. They give them product certification, which is PC. So that product certification applies to everybody. So now we want to go and buy this product from the factory. They will give you the product certification copy. You bring it to the IAFs, which is International Accredited Firm. Then they will give you what we call SONCAP. And the SONCAP is a program we have with Nigeria and these companies. So they charge you a token fee. It doesn't matter how many containers you're importing. It's just $300 for that certification. Then you come into the country. The first thing you introduce to the customs is your bill of lading and then the SONCAP certificate, which you obtain from that country. Yeah. So then we don't have anything to do with it if it has a SONCAP. So now when you bring it into Nigeria, you want to sell it in the public, you come to our product registration office and you bring the product and then we look at it, we test it, and then we give you a certificate for that particular product. Some companies have up to 50 certificates because of different products they bring in. So now, as a consumer, when you go to the market to buy, you ask them, do you have a certificate? Then they show you a certificate. Or you can look at the place like this one, you see a stamp that says SON on it. Okay. So that's one aspect. We have a new aspect we're introducing now in December. It's called Product Authentication Mark. Now that is a mark where we inspect all the products. We make sure they're up to date. We know their source. We know how long they are going to be good, if they're expiring, if there are products that expire. If there are no products that expire, all the information will be put in the computer. Then we give you the sticker. So now when you go to the market, instead of buying a product like you do with drugs and scratching to see if it's authentic or not, this time around, before you buy, you just scan it. If you don't have a smartphone, there's a text number. You take the number on the label, text it. Then you get a text back saying, this is the product, has been registered by SON, and this is how good it is. So we call that PAM. So now our new slogan in December will be, before you buy it, PAM it.
Ah, nice. That would be nice.
Technology as well.
Yeah. Are these for just imported products or products manufactured in Nigeria?
For ease of doing business and political expedition, we now confine it to products that are coming into the country because our local manufacturers are already saddled with infrastructure problems, electricity and all that good stuff. So an additional 5 naira per product may look small, but it will be big for the local manufacturers. So for our local manufacturers, it's a voluntary process. They can volunteer to join, which I assure you they will, because eventually when they see the benefit, I mean, when people get used to this thing, they'll go to the market and say, oh no, it doesn't have palm, I'm not buying. Because it's an automatic indictment that this product is something wrong with it. So we have to make sure that this product is good. So with time, our local manufacturers are going to join. But for now, only the imports first.
Okay.
So I wanted to find out how seamless this registration is, because for the longest time, end users have always been at the receiving end of substandard products. As a matter of fact, when you ask, where did you buy it? You bought it here. It can never be original.
Yes.
So I wanted to, find out if this registration has been easy for these importers of products to go through, and why is it that a lot of them still are not covered by this organization?
Well, the issues are multifaceted because some importers know what they're importing is substandard. So essentially, they smuggle the product in. Neither the customs or the SON or any other organization know. They will just bring it into the country. Because generally, the old saying goes, if you protest too much, that means there's something wrong with what's going on. So basically, if you have an authentic product, all you have to do is bring it, and we test it, and we give you a certificate. But most of these people, sometimes what they do is they will look at a successful product, like our Nigerian local cable manufacturers, electrical cable manufacturers. They are very good. They are up to standard because we work with them over the years. We inspect their facility on a regular basis. So basically, people now go to foreign countries and say, instead of Nokako or Mecom, add another O somewhere or add another thing somewhere. So they fake the product. They do that with our lubricants too. Our Owando, our Amasco products are excellent because they are accepted internationally. Now people are faking them.
Wow.
So the thing is, if you want to address substandard goods, generally, you have to address a holistic measure. First, the individuals buying these products. Because if there's no market, there won't be seller. Like you look at how drastic measures are for people importing illegal drugs into the country, cocaine and everything. Yet people are still doing it because it's a high profit, high demand deal. So we encourage, what we are doing in Standard Organization of Nigeria is to approach the thing holistically. We go to the customers and say, don't ask for cheap products. Don't ask for Tokunbo. Don't ask for things that are used. If you go to any market today, to the credit of our traders, you go to any person and say, give me the original product. They will quickly bring it and say, Madam, this is original. This one is fake. Or this one is okay. This one is original. So essentially, what we do is we encourage people first not to do that. And then we are doing our enforcement on a regular basis. We do intelligence in the market. We have individuals who will buy something and they are not happy with it, they will call us. We follow up on that. We have our people checking these products, and then we have people at the ports now who, if any product that comes in, we have to check it.
Okay, so I understand what you're talking about.
Yes.
When it comes to imported products. Some products are even highly, from countries that, I don't want to mention this particular country, but
Yes.
are the largest producers. And
Yes.
we have people drop shipping, doing all sorts of small importation of their products. They sell it online on WhatsApp groups. Even as small as a spray bottle from that country would fail you. So how far are you going? Because, I know it's easier to find somebody importing in large quantities coming through the port, but the person whose small product is coming through the airlines from one person or being handled by cargo or courier companies,
Yes.
how do you go about, checking those?
No, SON is at the port of entries now. So even the airport, Murtala Mohammed Airport and Nnamdi Azikiwe, we have our people there, manning those places. And the country you mentioned, unfortunately, 99.9% of the fault is still ours. Because it's Nigerians who will go to them and say, make this product for me. I remember a long time ago, like in 1999, I'm from Kano, so, we do trade all the time. I'm a pharmacist. When I was a pharmacist in America, I was trying to do some things in Nigeria. So I went to China to buy some things. And the guy saw my passport. He thought, since I'm coming from America, I want a product to ship to America. So he was giving me prices for standard products. I said, no, I'm shipping to Nigeria. He said, oh, okay. So what strength do you want? So it's an attitude issue that we have to address. And that's one of the reasons why in the National Assembly, the 9th National Assembly, we took our act and have it reviewed so that we can increase the penalties. Because before, if you have a product that is life-threatening, you still have an option to pay fine or to go to jail. So unfortunately, after they passed the law, there was transition, and then the days lapse. So now we are trying to bring it back so that Mr. President will sign it, because we are putting mandatory jail terms. A big person importing bad things doesn't want to go to jail for even 1 day. So we feel that we have to enforce our laws so that we make it more expensive for these people to do what they're doing.
Let me go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with this conversation. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We still have the DG of SON with us, Standard Organization of Nigeria. You said something about if there is no demand, there wouldn't be a supply.
Yes.
But the truth is that there are people who want to have certain things and they can't afford the original. So, for example, I want to buy a blender. I can't afford a blender in the stores. I'll go to down the street where I know I can have second-hand Tokunbo version. I want a toaster, like I see my boss is using a toaster. I also want a toaster too. I can't afford his own, but I like to go down the street and see, you know. So there is a need for these second-hand products. What is SON doing? I mean, are you against those guys importing those second-used products that Nigerians need? Or are you saying that we shouldn't patronize those guys at all, regardless?
I have two answers for you, and I want to, first of all, to talk about affording. When you use the word, I can't afford, then don't afford. Save. When I was in the US for 31 years, most of us working there, we saved money for 5-day vacation in Jamaica for the whole year, so we can afford it. So Nigerians should learn to save to afford. That's one. The second thing is, if you are in my position, there is 1 million used tires coming to Nigeria. Technically, you have to check every tire to make sure that particular used one is up to standard, because the person who used them is not the same. The same thing with your toaster, the same thing with your microwave. The person who used the microwave overseas, you don't know how they used it, you don't know if they fixed it, you don't know if they check it. So for every product, for me to write a certification on it, we have to individually inspect it. So when you don't have a sample, but if it's a brand new product, from the factory you have a lot number, you inspect that lot number, and it's the same process over and over again.
Let me help Muriel on that question. Yes. Because some of these products are not produced here. For example, I don't know a company that makes toasters here yet.
Yes.
They come in, all of them, they come in from a particular country.
They do.
So for us to get the best quality, because when she's talked about buying Tokunbo is not necessarily about affordability. Those of us who shop at Westminster know that when we shop at trade fair, we are buying these countries' products, comparing them to what you buy at Westminster or the Tokunbo corner in Alaba. They are two different things. There's a standard quality to the Tokunbo that you cannot deny. It's different from when you're buying batteries for your car. When you buy new batteries, old or whatever you're buying, they're the same. They're all fake. But when you buy a blender from a Tokunbo market, there's a standard to it. It lasts more, it's stronger. The one I bought when I got married 14 years ago, it's still serving me to today. The cup is just broken.
But, you see,
but the new one I bought from these countries, 3 of them, fine glass, blender, motor spoil, powder, motor spoil, and they're unfixable.
But madam, you see, the issue, what I'm trying to portray is sometimes people get lucky when they gamble. Okay. Because you can have a trend, right? Your blender happens, or your microwave happens to be the lucky one you have. But if it's brand new, certified by the organization in this country, that means you are sure this thing is good. So anybody going to a used car market or a used product market, you are taking a gamble, because you don't even know who used it first, where it came from, and who finished using it.
The spirit behind it too.
And the spirit, you know, for example, my biggest problem, honestly, is this. You know, the biggest accidents we have in this country, almost 90% of it is because of tire busting.
Yes,
true.
And the problem is, these used tires are coming to the country, they'll put 5 tires inside one tire. So if you realize tires have wire, so you squeeze all of them, and then you release it, you paint it, it looks nice, and you put air in it, and then the speed on the road is beyond normal. Here, the temperature is beyond normal, it busts. So the attitude, what I'm saying basically is, if you're an expert in knowing what a good blender should look like, so you go with your expertise and buy at your own risk, as is. But if you go to a store and buy a brand new product, there is warranty. You can take it back and get another one. If they don't give it back to you, we have Son. Okay, go to us online, go to us on the phone, go to us on Instagram, Facebook, all these social media.
Let me come to Titilayo. I'll come to you, Mariam. Titi Lola, thanks for calling. You're live.
Hey, good morning. I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Well, concerning what Nima just said, I think she's just fortunate to get to have a blog on the side. I believe in buying something that is good for you. Instead of going for fairly used things, they are not good at all. I don't know why we in Nigeria would prefer to buy fairly used things instead of going for standard good things. Like, I have a friend that got a blender for 10,000 or 50,000 fairly used. And I bought my own too, new one, 20,000. Could you believe? She has to repair a blender like 5 times, 5,000 naira. And I told her, why can't you go for a standard product instead of buying fairly used things? As we Nigerians, we have to sit down and think right. We need to save to buy a quality product.
Thank you very much, Isola. Go ahead.
Yes, I mean, I feel like this particular topic is just flogged, but I'm wondering, like, on policy level, if SON is not encouraging the purchase of, Tokunbo items, why are we still, flooding our markets with it? Because it's in the open market. They're not doing it in hiding. But also, I wanted to find out, because when we were growing up, there are no SON, those stickers that we have. But now we have them. I have noticed a few of them, and I would like to know if you can tell us what the gains have been since you introduced that.
Well, first, it's good for us. It's like a trademark that we're here. And then we put our mark on products that we definitely can guarantee. And that is the point. And your question about us encouraging or discouraging used market, definitely used tires are illegal because nobody can attest to their quality. You cannot import used tire into this country. Basically, it's a smuggled thing. Other used items in the country, we're a democratic society, and it's not against the law to import used microwave or used TV. But that means people are buying as is, at your risk. You can go to a used car dealer and the car maybe doesn't have an engine or anything, and then the big sign says you are buying as is. So you sign the document saying, yes, I understand the risk, and I buy. So we are not in the business of blocking other people from doing their business. As long as the Nigerian Customs and the Ministry of Finance and the federal government did not block import of used microwave, used TV, use that, then we, as an organization, we cannot block it.
Okay.
But then we cannot encourage it.
Okay.
There's no need for us to encourage what we don't know.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
So what is SON doing about a lot of Nigerians still rejecting manufactured Nigerian-made products? We still have...
That is selective because honestly, and I'm sure some of you have built houses already, I guarantee you, your builder will tell you, madam, use Nigerian-made cables, electrical cable. So Nigerians are not rejecting made in Nigeria. We are all human beings. We do our business based on experience. In the 70s, Japanese products, people avoid them until they got good. And now people started buying Toyota in America, and then American manufacturers now have to follow the Toyota 5S system. So it's the same thing. Before, when we were much younger, made in Taiwan used to be a fake product.
Yeah.
So then they got better, the standards. And that's the reason why China today is the #2 economy in the world, because their products are excellent. All our iPhones are made in China.
Yes,
many things.
All of them. And that's the reason why the country moved ahead. Because when you stick to standards, Alvin Toffler, one of those old psychologists looking at future, says any country that sticks to standards and follow it, the country will be #1 or #2 economy in the world. And I feel Nigerian products, if we continue sticking to standards, Nigeria has sky high.
Okay, let me take Isioma. Thanks, Isioma, for calling. You're live.
All right. Good morning, Mariah. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Thank you. My name is Isioma, Mr. Isioma. I want to say that I appreciate the man on stage talking right now. Normally in Nigeria, when we talk like this, in the concept and everything, it looks very beautiful. But the processes that people go through to get this is also another problem concern for sellers. And secondly, I want to ask you, the quality that International Seller Organization is actually holding on to, I have bought products like Standard Fan with that label, with the sticker on it that this is verified. but I know that the quality was very, very poor. I used it under a week. The fan went back. Both the cables and everything. And meanwhile, it had the sticker of the organization. So can you tell us that whatever has a sticker of the organization is actually quality, or it just to pass through the process?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Did you get the question?
Yeah, I do. Anything that has some sticker, except on occasions where people went and duplicate our speakers illegally. We have people who are in jail right now who actually did that. They went and fake stickers and then started putting it on their products. And then we caught the people, we took them to court, and they're serving jail terms as we speak. But anything that has some sticker on it, 99.9% is accurate, except that 0.1% where somebody copied our sticker to put it there. Because there are people who, like, if you look at the lubricant industry, the labels they do and go and create is so good that even the lubricant companies cannot tell until they open the box and pour the liquid out. Then they can tell from the quality of the liquid that this one is not their own.
ours.
Because you have laser printing now all over the world. It's liberal. Technology has made everything liberal. We can fake anything.
So that's why the palm has to come in.
The palm has to come in because it has a number on it. It has it has a scanner, and so basically it will make sure that it's not
Tomorrow is
faked.
World Standards Day. So what's your plan? What are your plans for the...
Well, you ladies are invited to work with us. We are going to work from Ikeja to a couple of miles around. I can't put too much miles.
We're tracking.
Yeah, so we're going to trek on the road and make some noise, dance a little bit because we have a band following us, just to alert the public about the Standard Day. This whole thing I'm doing now this week is all about the World Standard Week to alert people to do it. So that's what we plan to do, and then in addition, what I'm doing today is part of the celebration.
Okay, let me take a final call. Dr. from Ijesha. Thanks for calling, Dr.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, I'm Dr. from Nigerian. Okay, I like the last caller said, concerning buying a product with SON sticker and getting, and it's not a quality product. I've done that. I've announced, especially car battery. I will tell my friends, since you have SON sticker on it, it's a standard product. But to my surprise, you are not getting it. It's not a good battery. So please, I want to advise, if it's possible for me, just what NAFDAC did when they want to fish out imported toothpaste. They condemn it. They sensitize people. They tell them these products are not good. If you guys can work with PHCN, you tell them now what people are buying is power-saving electronics. If you see now, people are not buying Tokunbo AC any longer. We are buying AC that doesn't consume light. So if you can do that, tell people that all these products, the blender, this thing, they consume more light. So these ones, the Nigerian ones, they don't consume.
All right.
I think that's well. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, you see, what he said is something that I've been advocating. When you buy a product that is substandard, don't throw it away. Bring the receipt, bring the product. If you don't have time to bring, we have 48 offices. Like in this Lagos, we have about 6 offices between here and Ogun State. So you have access, close access to us. If you don't want to do that, take a picture of the product, take a picture of your receipt, email it to us. Okay. You don't want to do that, put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook, and call us on the phone. Because the point is, maybe that particular product that we certified, they brought the correct one, right? And then we give them the certificate. And then they went and changed the product and put the wrong one. So now the consumers are the watchdogs. When they find products that are bad, they call our attention to it. Then we'll go back and inspect the whole thing again and do it. So it's important for us. You see, our culture a lot here is the fact that when something bad happens to you, you just curse the person or you're saying,
let God handle it.
I'll move it, and God will handle it. If you allow, most of you have traveled overseas. You've seen how even Nigerians who live there for more than a year behave now. You put your money, you say, oh, no, this is not good, I'm taking it back. So that's what I want Nigerians to do. If it is not good, take it back, ask for your money. If they refuse to give you your money, come to us. We have customer service, we have negotiating people who will now negotiate on your behalf to get your money back and then find out why that person is producing those products.
As long as that product has the sticker, you can do this anywhere across Nigeria, in any of your offices.
Even if there's no sticker, when you see a bad product, bring it. That would be an opportunity for us now to go and say, how come you didn't give us this for us to test?
Okay. We have to wrap up. Let me let you final question.
How tight is PAM, such that, you know, Nigerians with, you know, criminal mindset don't try to infiltrate your system of security?
We have about 11 security markers. The PAM that is operating in Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda have 3. And we have 11 security markers on ours. So we made sure we actually exceeded beyond. We are more secure, honestly, than the Naira. Yeah. So we have a lot of...
Just PAM.
Just PAMing.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure having you on the show. I think we just keep up to date with what you're doing because it's important that we get standards right. And once your PAM is launched, let us know.
Pleasure. Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, that's all we can take on this segment. When we come back, we move on to Hot Topics. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.